Wow. I see you made a decision to tune in again with us today. But think about it. That's our word for today. Decision. You ever heard someone say, decisions, decisions, decisions? Always having to make decisions. Well, it's very true. We make so many decisions every day, hundreds, maybe even thousands for some people, depending on what you do in your life and what you do in the workplace. But decisions are something that we must make for life to be productive. Well, why is it so hard to make them? Why do we struggle so much in making decisions? Now, I read one of the researchers said one of the main reasons that we find it so hard to make decisions is that we don't want to go through the decision-making process. Wow. Decision-making is a process. There are certain things that need to be identified. There are certain facts that need to be known. There are certain people that you may have to talk to. And so many times people don't want to go through the entire process. But there are things that we can also do that enhances our ability to make proper decisions. One is we shouldn't be afraid to get information. We shouldn't be afraid to get research. One of the things that I'm finding, especially among God's people, is that we'll sit to the last minute and then we want to jump to prayer. And we want God to fix it. We want God to just give us an answer. And sometimes God's answer is, wait. Well, if you haven't done some of the things that you needed to do, but yet you're always running to God asking him to do it for you, maybe that's where part of your problem is. So one of the things that we have to do is decide what we've got to decide on, okay? And determine what you want out of it. Another way to make good decisions is read more, research more. Get on your computer, get on your tablet. Since you've got your phone with you 24/7, do some research. Do some research on things that you want to make a decision about. You also want to know, do I have options? What's my options if something doesn't work out? And then you've got to evaluate those options. And I mean, it's all over the internet in terms of getting information on how to make good decisions. My problem is we have to make a concerted effort. We have to pay attention to the fact that decision-making is one of my weaknesses. So you want to work hard at that. We need to become better at decision-making because we have to make them all the time. So not only do we have to make good decisions, sometimes we have to make good decisions quickly. And the best way to do that is to have already done some research and from time to time, evaluate yourself, see how you perform in terms of decision making, look back on decisions that you made, see how they've turned out. But don't be afraid. And I want to leave you with this because I want to share you with this. We're never in this thing alone, okay? Because the Bible tells us that if we lack wisdom, we can ask God, and God will not withhold it from us. Not if we have the right motives and intentions in glorifying him in the decisions we make. Don't be afraid of the process of decision making. We have to make too many of them to be weak at making them. Sometimes you make decisions that don't work out quite like you want, but that doesn't mean that you should quit striving to be a good decision maker. Get the fears out of the way, but it's totally up to you. I advise you to think about it.